At the end of a long, busy day, you have to add your Google Meet recordings in your Google classwork here in Classroom. And each day that you do that, it takes a lot of time. Everybody's kind of done it differently. They've made different topics, or they just add it as an assignment, or they add it as material. But here's an easy workflow for you. Instead of having to do this every day, what I like to do is I like to make a Classroom Meet Recordings topic. And so we did that by going up to Create Topic, and you called it whatever you want. I'm just going to call this Test for now. And here is my topic. Topics are always in blue. And what I want to do is I want to add material, because it's just material. It's not an assignment. There's no due date. I'm going to put it underneath, my test. And I'm going to add a link in here to my Google Drive recordings. Now the thing is I don't want to just automatically have them go to this default folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this C Meet Recordings, and then I'm going to go to my Drive. And in Drive, if you click on Drive and you click on this little down arrow, you're going to see all of your folders. And I see the same thing here because I'm clicked on Drive here. But all of my folders are here. I am going to make a new one in my Drive. So I'm clicked on my Drive, and I'm going to click up here and make a new folder. When I make a new folder, I'm going to put a couple asterisks in it because I want it to show up here at the top. And this view always gives me alphabetical. So numbers go first, and then A to Z folders. So I'm going to call it Amy's Meet Recordings. Right, so here it is. I'm just going to create it. So what happens is I'm going to see this folder, and I look up here, and there it is. I can control click on it if I want to. I can change the color if I want to. So if I go to change color, if you're a person that likes to see, things that stand out, I can do that. So I'm going to pick red just for now. Okay, so now I see here is my Amy's Meet recording right here, and it's red. It is not shared yet, so I'm going to control click again, and I am going to share or change the sharing permissions. And so I'm going to go to share, and when I go to share, I am going to change it so anybody with a link at North Clackamas can view, because I don't want this to be like a public thing. So here it says change. I'm going to click on that option, and once I've done that, I'm going to copy this link. So the permissions have been updated, and I have copied this link. Now I'm going to say done, and I'm going to go back to my classwork here, and I'm going to add this folder. So I'm going to go to this link, and I'm going to paste it in here. So edit paste. Now I'm going to go ahead and post that. When I go to my Drive, I see that I have my Meet recordings. Well, Google has a separate folder that they save all their recordings in. Each time that you are the owner of it, it's going to save it in something called Meet Recordings. And every single one of you has this if you're recording your lessons. So I'm going to scroll down here, and I see right here, Meet Recordings. All of you should have that. When I click on this, you're going to see two things in here. You're going to see your recordings, as long as you're the owner. If you're not the owner, people need to transfer ownership to you. And you're also going to see transcripts of your chat. So this is kind of a nice place to go if you have somebody who posted something inappropriate. It will show their names, the time that they posted, and what they posted. And it's in a word processing document. But what I want to do now is these are Google's default folders. I just want to move the ones that I like, because some of these I don't necessarily want kids to see, but I would change the name of the Meet recording, because a lot of these have really weird, like this one right here, it says the Meet recording link on it. So I like to control click on this, and I like to rename it. And I would call this, you know, October 7th, 2020. And it could be period 1 or period 2 or whatever. Just say, okay. So there it is. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just scroll up here and I'm going to drag this right inside here. It's going to automatically be shared with anybody who has that link, which is in that specific Google Classroom post. So here it is right here, see Meet recordings. And when the user goes to my recordings, they're going to see this out. They're not going to see access to Drive, but they are going to see all of your videos inside here. It's just easier. Instead of having to go to Google Classroom, post it, whatever, all I have to do, again, is go to my Drive, press the down arrow, find my Google recordings right here, and then change the name and just drag it right into my new link that they can access in Google Classroom. Hope that helps.